The President Ahmed Bola Tinubu in the recently concluded extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit in Saudi Arabia, yet make his position very clear, demanding that Israel should cease the aggression in Gaza and the two solution states for Palestine must be realized. If he have made this position that Nigeria is in full support for Palestine state against Israel's interests. What is the implication of this, and what do we expect in days to come?
Question: was Bola Ahmed Tinubu talking to Israel, or it was a slip of tongue?
You have made this very position clear
Look at it.
before the international community. Even Shetima also did that in the recently concluded United uh, Nations General Assembly.
Sir, I look at that statement as a slip of tongue. Yes. Who is Nigeria before Israel? Who is Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Okay, Israel as a nation are one of the highly respected nation on this planet Earth. Not this corrupt entity called Nigeria. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu lack the capacity to even open his mouth to cough that rubbish before Israel. He's looking for trouble. What do I say? I said he is looking for trouble.
Israeli trouble, Israeli government trouble.
Yes. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is looking for Israeli trouble. And we see it not too far from now. Okay, if you watch the statement of Benjamin Netanyahu, he categorically told the entire global world that this fight is not peculiar to the Israel alone. But today, Israel is wearing it in their body like clothes. That this fight is for the entire global world. What do you understand about that? This fight that you are seeing going on is to bring terrorism in the entire global world to an end. Then how dare Bola Ahmed Tinubu open his mouth? Do you understand that? How dare Bola Ahmed Tinubu open his mouth?
The President Tinubu is not standing alone. Is of course in solidarity with the Arab Islamic uh,
Nation.
nations.
Okay, this so-called Arab nation, they don't have that capacity to stop what Israel is doing. Unless if they say we go back home and do their homework by disarming all their terrorists and bring peace into the global war. But failure to do that, the fight continue.
Now, as some have criticized the position of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that Nigeria is agog, there is crisis, there is security, there is, of course, spikes of terrorism and some other new groups of terror springing up. Tinubu have not addressed his house, and he has the courage, the moral, uh, of course, standards to confront Israel, who is fighting to defend her own territory and the people from the act of terrorism. So, would that be considered just as a child's play? He had not faced his own home, burning, and is interested in what is happening in the far Middle East.
Okay, this is their agenda. What you are seeing playing out today. And the question goes like this: Why are we Biafran crying out to the entire global world today? Why? Is it not because of what God has given us? So instead of them to retract all this thing and they refine them to make life better for a common citizens of Nigeria, they don't do it. What they do is for them to say the resources, the crude oil, put the money at the table and share it. Use some of the part of the money to raise a deadly terrorist outfit, sponsor them, pay them. This is the reason why we say that we don't want to be part of Nigeria, and we mean it. When we talk, it seems people don't understand. We can never, even in our dream, kudos to Simon Ekpa. If you could recall his statement, he said that he will be the end of Nigeria. He's not joking. Yes, that he will be the end of Nigeria. How on this planet Earth have you seen a nation raising foreigners, arming them to kill the indigenous people, taking their land, sacking villages, raping?
Honestly, and they have not raised alarm or concern about those who are still living in IDPs for more than close to 2 decades.
Okay. Okay. Of course, it is their work. It is part of the plan the federal government of Nigeria has to sack the real owners of land and bring in foreigners to occupy them. Today now, in some part of the north, the indigenous people are not allowed to enter into their farm. They pay taxes to places that they do not know from Adam under gunpoint. And any idiot who said that we Biafran can anything we make any Biafran to adapt to this kind of rule, the person is telling lies. So that is why today now we wake up and we tell the entire global world that we can never be part of Nigeria and nothing will make us to be part of Nigeria. Yes. Nothing will make us to be part of Nigeria.
Wow, this is quite very interesting. But then, of course, with mixed reactions, because that implies more troubles ahead of us. Don't you see it this way?
That come again.
There's more trouble, of course, in the supposed Biafran region because there will be resistance and suppressions from the Nigerian government. So Pharaoh will not always let you go. So how prepared are you to face the music? And the Biafrans or the dictators prepared to face the music?
Okay. This is issue that had to do with freedom fighting. Freedom fighting, you fight it with everything that God has given you. Do you understand that? So that is why today. That is why today, you see what you see Nigerian government doing is just a mere nightmare, because they feel all these new terrorists that they are recruiting, they are not relying on their soldiers. So they believe their belief is that these are the people that will come and fight for them, and we wipe them. I swear, my father, we will wipe every one of them that dare to pass into Biafran land in the name of fighting to protect Nigeria. I swear, my father, that person will not return back alive.
You are counting on the statement of Simon Ekpa. What if the otherwise happens?
Nothing like otherwise. Nothing like otherwise. Because we are not just waking up to talk Biafra. We are not just waking up to talk Biafra. Biafra have been on the on ground for decades. And before you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come on a television screen, letting the world to know that we have returned to to complete what our father did in 60s, as to bring Biafran nation to our people. It's not a joking matter. We are not joking.
No, I really understand that you, Biafran Republic governments in exile, are not joking either. But then, 50 years after the Civil War, there is still renewed agitation for the Biafra restoration. Would you mean that the primary uh, reason for the war, what led to the war, has not been addressed in Nigeria? That people are still agitating, clamoring for a different state.
Sir, just as I earlier introduced myself, I'm from old Akwa Ibom State under Nigeria, but now Akwa Ibom has been divided into 3 states. You have Eket Province, Uyo Province, and Itai State. I come from Itai State. Okay, we are not happy with Nigeria. Because do you know why? After that civil war, they claim Nigerian state use the white people, British people, to kill our mama and our papa and our loved one. Over 5 million people were killed. And ever since then, you know their claim? Can you recall the statement of Tafa Balewa, who came up to say that the entire South is captured territory? Can you recall? And this is their belief. This is their belief. That is why today say no, that is why today in government you have all the posts given to the Fulanis. None for the Biafrans. And it is our land. They exploit, the same government exploit resources from our land to empower their economy. I think with all the evil that the Nigerian government are perpetrated into to the Biafran people, okay, I want to tell you today that their ends has come, because God Himself is not happy with them. You have been patient for decades, but today, now, as I speak with you, we are gone out of patience, and we will fight, even if it remains one person in Biafran land. That must stand.
Well, thank you once again for expressing your opinion here in Callwave TV. We do appreciate you. SM fans, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more political discourse.